What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're just out in the garage with the Mongoose Ledge X2 bicycle, and it's got the Bafang G900 750 watt rear hub motor, and then we've got a Flipski 75-100 Pro V2 controller on it. And so the Mongoose Ledge X2, this bike, it came with an 8-speed drivetrain. The Gear Falcon derailleur. And so this Gear Falcon is quite possibly the worst derailleur known to man. The worst derailleur ever in the history of derailleurs. The Gear Falcon. It's right before our eyes. Look how dusty it is from riding around out on the mountain biking trails. So today we're going to be replacing the Gear Falcon. It's served us well, but the time has come for some better equipment on this bicycle. Because I've been riding it out at a mountain biking place. And so the Gear Falcon, it does have a clutch on it, but it doesn't really, like, it says it's on, but it doesn't really seem to do a whole lot. I don't know. Just goes all over the place. When you turn it off, I mean, maybe it slightly helps. I do see a spring in there, but I don't know. We need to get the Gear Falcon off of here because it remains to be seen whether that clutch on the Gear Falcon does anything. And so the Gear Falcon, it came with an 8-speed Sunrace cassette, and it says, what does it say on there? It's so 40T is the lowest. So let's see. It says 40, and then it says 34, and then 28, and 22. So I did get this Microshift cassette. This is the Microshift ACOLYTE CS H083 12 to 42 teeth. This is what it says on here. Let's see. Where is the small? Trying to figure out where is the smallest. Oh, there it is. I was like, I hope I didn't lose that. The 8th gear. Okay, so this has got a 42 teeth instead of a 40 tooth, but then the second gear on both of them is 34, and then it looks like third gear on both of them is 28, but then the fourth gear on this one is 24, and the fourth gear on my old one was 22. Interesting. So, and then, so let's see here. So the highest gear, I'm not sure. It seems like a very similar cassette. I kind of want to, it's a very nice day out, and I kind of want to get this moving. So I don't know if I'm going to use the cassette. Like I might keep the cassette in the box because that means that I can keep the wheel on the bike. I can always put that cassette on there, but I think that the Microshift ACOLYTE, if we put on the shifter and the derailleur, I think we should be able to use that cassette like just for today because I don't feel like taking the wheel off and I want to get this thing moving as quickly as possible here. So I think that's going to be my plan for now. We're going to save the cassette. We're not going to put that on yet. And then let's just keep going with the... So let's see here. I remember this chain. It was a funny deal where I had to... Like there was no quick link on it. And I had to use the chain breaker. So we'll probably have to do that again. I'm using the Park Tool CT 3.2 from Calvin. From Park Tool Calvin. Alright, so we broke that chain off of there. Gear Falcon, that was your last run, buddy. Alright, so we got the chain off of there. And so the next step is we need to get this Gear Falcon off of here. Holy buckets. It's about time. So, what is this? 5 mil? Allen boy? Oh, looks like a 4. Looks like a 4 on the Gear Falcon. Holding this shift cable on here, so we're going to loosen this up. Oh, there we go. And get that shift cable loosey-goosey out of there. There we go, nice. Now we've got the 5 mil alley boy. And we're going to loosen off the derailleur hanger from, or the derailleur from the derailleur hanger. Like so. Removing the derailleur itself. There it goes. Down on the floor, but where it belongs. Man, this thing is so janky. The Gear Falcon. Make sure you guys like this video if you like seeing the Gear Falcon removed from my bike. There it goes. Forevermore. So let's put the Gear Falcon over there. So now, we've got the Microshift ACOLYTE. This is the rear derailleur, RD. M5185M. So it's 8 speed, it's got a clutch, yes. Max sprocket 46 tooth, chain capacity 41 teeth, cage length medium, compatibility ACOLYTE only. And that means that you gotta use this ACOLYTE shifter with the ACOLYTE rear derailleur, because I guess the pull, how the shifter pulls the cable, it's kind of unique to ACOLYTE. So if you get the ACOLYTE derailleur, you gotta get the ACOLYTE shifter. Alright, so here comes the ACOLYTE. And I think this was like either 40 something or 60 something dollars on Amazon. I forget. It might have been 60 something. But, so I guess there's like a little thing right here that you can pull to turn the clutch off. I just realized that my camera is like pointing way down. Sorry, bubs. So it seems like there's a little thing right here you can pull to turn the clutch off or something. That like when you're, we'll have to get this attached first. So I'm gonna get this thing going into the, it's kind of interesting how the B screw works on this thing. The B screw has like this piece of metal that it touches against, and then that piece of metal must touch against where the B screw usually presses against on your derailleur hanger. Interesting. Alright, so we're gonna get this ACOLYTE attached. Alright, it appears to be going on nicely. And I'm assuming there's some kind of like thread locker or something that was on the threads there, because it has some white stuff on there. Okay, so the ACOLYTE has been installed on the derailleur hanger. Look at that, boys. Wow. Alright, so now we got to get the shifter up on the bars. And so for the shifter, I've got the Microshift ACOLYTE. So it looks like SL M7180R. It's a flat bar express trigger style. It goes on the right side. It's 8-speed. Sealed bearings, no. Gear indicator, yes. Compatibility, ACOLYTE only. So we're going to open this bub up. Alright, so it looks like we've got like a little end cap. There's like a little baggie down here, like a dime baggie, with one end cap in the baggie. It's kind of funny. It's got a whole new shift cable on it. Wow. Okay. Well, that's nice that the shifter comes with the shift cable. I suppose that makes sense. They usually do. I wouldn't want to judge a new shifter's performance based on an old shifting cable. And sometimes you might need a longer shifting cable. So I like that they sent you one. Alright, so we gotta get this... Oh, we gotta get this old shifter off of here. Now I've got to loosen up my brake levers. Okay, so I've got my brake lever coming loose here, and now finally we can get at the shifter. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to keep the shift housing where it is, just kind of hold it here. Then I'm going to pull the shifter so that it's pulling the shift cable out through the housing. Okay. Now, let's get the ACOLYTE, the Microshift ACOLYTE 8-speed shifter going here. So this, imagine it goes on there this way, huh? Is this, maybe not? Maybe it goes this way? That seems like how you'd probably want it. Let's see. Yeah. Alright, so it seems like it goes like this. So let's get this shift cable unraveled here. There it comes. Okie dokie. Alright, so now we're going to run the shift cable back through the housing, and it's already like soldered or something at the end of it, so it's not going to get all frayed, so that's nice. And then at some point, okay, so down here, we gotta run the shift cable. We gotta get this thing off. Alright guys, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make this hose, like this shift cable housing. It's not a hose, it's a housing. We're gonna have to make this shorter because let's see here, it's too long. So I'm gonna try and use my little crimpy part of this to pull this off of here, this end cap. Can we get this thing off of there? There we go. And put it on here. Let's get the shift cable going back through this guy. Get it going up here. I think on these Microshift ACOLYTEs, it's like this thing, you want this thing to go like this. It might be easiest to here is how it was shipped, and I think, so I haven't tightened down that shift cable at all. I just put the chain back on here, and everything is kind of like lined up in 8th gear. Seems to be the path of moving forward, so I'm just joining the chain back together. There we go. Okay, so we're in 8th gear, and so I don't know, do you just get this thing into 8th gear and then it just kind of, you tighten it on like that and that's it, or what? I guess that's what we're going to try here. So it's just like I'm pulling the shift cable as taut as I can while tightening on this little bob. So then I don't know. I've never done an ACOLYTE before. Let's see. It does seem like we need to tighten up the high limit screw a little bit. And it's not a Phillips, it's like a little Allen. Seems like I need to tighten up the high limit screw just a little bit. Man, and on this derailleur, the high limit screw is on the bottom. Interesting. Weird. This is a weird derailleur, bubs. Those limit screws work good though. Wow, you can really adjust those. I like that. So let's see. I'm going to adjust the high limit screw, tighten it up a little bit more until it starts clinking a little bit. There we go. It's kind of weird. This is kind of a different shifter. Let's see here. It's interesting how the shift cable is like that. Like, is that right? Let's shift it down. Let's get the rest of this stuff back on the bars here. Yeah, GoPro's still going. Wow. So now we're gonna tighten on the shifter, just how we want it up here. The Microshift ACOLYTE. Now, let's see. Now we've got to do the shift test and see how it's shifting. And sort out what's happening with the limit screws and stuff. So let's go through the shift test. We're on 8th gear. Let's go up to 7th gear. Seems like it shifted. 6th gear. We're skipping a little bit. So do we adjust the barrel up here, I guess? Is that how we adjust the indexing? It doesn't seem like there's a barrel down here. So I guess you adjust the indexing up at the shifter with this barrel, so let's give it a quarter turn clockwise up there. There we go. All right, so shift it up. So let's go back 7, 8, 7, 6, 5. I gotta twist this little guy to the right here a little bit more. Maybe just a little bit more. Come on, buddy. Alright, so now I think we've got the shifting sorted out here, but now we gotta make sure that the it seems like we could perhaps, let's see here. I'm trying to look at this from back at this angle to see how it seems like I could tighten up the low limit screw slightly. Because the wheel, this jockey wheel on the derailleur is just slightly more inwards than I want it to be. So the low limit screw on this one is this one on top. And if I tighten that, I think there we go. Okay. So now that I've tightened this low limit, doesn't seem like it can shift off at all. So let's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't shift off any further. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can't shift off any further. All right. Excellent. So, it seems like the Microshift ACOLYTE derailleur is installed. I'm still using that Sunrays cassette. That thing seems to be working all right. So what we need to do here is, let's see, where did that little end cap go? I gotta cut this shift cable shorter, and then we're gonna crimp that little end cap onto it. So now we can seal the deal by crimping on this little end cap bubby right here. We're just gonna crimp that on nicely. There we go. Excellent. And that's it for the Microshift ACOLYTE derailleur. We finally got it on there. We finally upgraded the bike's drivetrain. Hopefully the chain isn't gonna go dropping off 10 times per ride. Let's go test it out. Let's go try it out mountain biking. This is enough in the garage, bubs. It's a nice day out. Let's go. Let's go riding. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're just out in River Falls. We're on the Mongoose Ledge X2 bicycle. It's got the Bafang G900 750 watt hub motor on it, and it's got a flip ski 75-100 Pro V2 controller. Oh, and the sun is going down, bubs. We're going out to the mountain biking trails. So I put the Microshift ACOLYTE on my bike earlier, and I didn't read the manual at all, as per standard operating procedures. And then I forgot to put on my chainstay protector on my bike, and I went riding out there before I realized the mistakes that I had made. Uh-oh, there's a gang of geese. There's a gang of them. Hello. That one, they took some big poops back there. Wow. Some big old goose poops. Look at all these houses going up, boys. All these houses have the front row seats to the mountain biking trails. All you bubs better move in. Alright, the sun is getting a little bit low, but I think we still have an opportunity to test it out here. So it seems like there's different kinds of Microshift ACOLYTE derailleurs, because I have one on a different bike and the clutch seems to be different. Something about it. I don't know. There was this ominous rain cloud that went storming over earlier and it missed me at home, but I wasn't sure about out here. It seems like it's still dry out here. Back at the beginning. We're just going to do a quick lap and test out the ACOLYTE. So far I was noticing that when I was pedaling over the roots, it was, I could tell that the derailleur has a clutch. I think that was a major chain drop culprit with that other thing. Like you hit a root and you like bumps. It's like a sudden impact. My chain used to always drop. It's actually pretty nice out here right now. It was really busy out here earlier. There were a lot of people walking here, more than I've ever seen. I didn't even do the whole thing earlier. Look, we made it. Oh man. It was so busy out here earlier, it was like playing golf. There's people in front of you, people behind you. Everybody's trying to go. Yeah, I can already tell that not having a good derailleur, huge issue. Like, why do they even make derailleurs that don't have a clutch? Actually, Shimano Acera, like that one seems to work okay. It only drops it once in a while. As long as your chain is the right length. This is working nicely though. Now that the clutch is on. You can't forget to turn the clutch on. Alright, we're at the top of the mullet. The sun is getting lower in the sky. We gotta keep it moving. That's probably the sketchiest mullet I've done for a while. Wow.
We made it. There's bunnies hopping along the trail. This cap still scares the shit out of me, but it seems like you could just go totally flying over that thing easily. It seems like you could just roll over it without even giving anything. Kind of a weird feeling when you do the mullet the first thing in the lap, because usually the mullet, I like doing that as the final boss, but tonight we did it first. Okay, so now I think we're going to take the express lane through here while the sun is still up. Alright, here we are. We'll go down the Three Bridges Trail. Because it'll be a good test of the bumpiness. We'll have to see how the GoPro looks here. Oh. Okay. So chain dropped. I don't know. I think it came off the front chain ring. I also ordered a front chainring that's hopefully gonna work better than this one. But hey, for the first chain drop, we're gonna blame that on the chainring. Very quiet out here right now. There's a little squirrel going back home for the night. Still got just like a little sliver of sunshine over there. Wonder how the GoPro's doing. He's definitely optimized for the daytime. Oh, whoa. Man, I'm thirsty, bud. Whoa. Let's see if we can get through these ruts. Oh. We made it. Oh, not the best line, but we made it. Oh man, my back. Oh man. There's the sunshine. We're at 54.3 volts. Holy buckets. I'm thirsty, bubs. So I think I can shorten the chain a little bit perhaps. And then also what else was it? Oh yeah, different chain ring. Shorten the chain, different chain ring. Could improve it, but for the most part, I think we're seeing significant improvements with the clutch derailleur, the Microshift ACOLYTE. Here comes a jump. Here's some jumps. Oh. We hit the mole hole. Oh man. Oof. I'm sore. Man, I'm sore, but I had to try out the Microshift ACOLYTE. I can't believe that earlier I came out here and I didn't understand how the clutch worked, and I didn't have the clutch turned on. And then also, I didn't have my chain slap protector, the chainstay protector, and it was so loud. Basically, I had to scrap that video. Now we're moving along nicely though. We're back at the BS downhill on the way out here. Whoa. Alright, bubs, we're just on the final stretch out of here. We're at 54 volts. We're about to go up the north berm. my goodness. Sun's in my eyes. Whoa. What was that? Oh. Oh man, my back is a little bit sore from lugging this battery around all day. Oh. Microshift ACOLYTE works a lot better when you turn the clutch on, it would appear. Working as intended. It's a good thing that I tested that functionality first, the on and off switch. Now I know that it works and how it works. We're gonna take the shortcut here. That's always fun. What a scene over here, wow. Brake pads on that bulb. It keeps making a ruckus. And that's it for the sun today. There's like a cloud in front of it. And that's it for this ride, bubs. Oh man, my back is sore. I went on like several bike rides today, 2 of which were mountain biking, so I'm very sore. Though we did verify that the Microshift ACOLYTE is a better derailleur than all of the junky ones that I've previously tried without a clutch. So that seems to be working nicely now that I turned it on. And also don't forget to have a chainstay protector. And actually I think I might better put my light on because it's getting dark out, bubs. Let's see here. There we go. Now it's blinking. I see an airplane flying up there too. In there, bubs. We made it out there for another ride tonight. It does still seem like the chain clinks around once in a while. I don't know. Maybe I'll make it shorter. And we'll try that different chain ring when it comes from Jeff Bezos. In the field getting ready to do something. Like hard without the chain dropping off and skipping and stuff. I don't see the donkeys. They must have gone in for the night. Hey, what a crazy sight over there. We gotta be careful we don't get ran over by a crazy car. Look at that scene over there, wow. The sun is just shining behind that cloud. It still seems like we have some sunshine here once that cloud gets out of the way. And here's Bill Gates' 5G tower. Metal Gear Solid level or something up there, boys. Or GoldenEye 007. You guys ever play that one? Oh, make sure you like and subscribe. Stay tuned on the e-bike builder channel. I'm going to be riding around the Microshift ACOLYTE a lot more frequently now that it's on my bike. Shining slightly in the sky. So I hope you're all doing well. And I'll see you guys in the next video on the e-bike builder channel. Thanks for watching. Peace out, bubs and bubettes. See you later.